Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As you already know, this is your US General 5-drawer tool cart with side tray and deep compartment. Today is Monday. As you can see, we just now making it over to the storage unit. Okay, I hope that everybody had a happy Father's Day weekend out there. All right, to all the dads and all the fathers out there. Okay, in today's video, what I'm going to try to do is give a little toolbox tour, okay, on basically just what's in the cart at the prior moment. I'm not going to technically go through my whole list of line of equipment because in the tool cart, it's just only certain particular tools, which are some of my most go-to tools, okay. In these videos, a lot of times when I'm throwing up the footage, okay, you just normally see the tool cart just alone itself, but I do actually have another storage unit that's inside the storage compartment right here, which is a workbench that is actually against the wall, okay, and it's completely jam-packed with a lot of equipment. Okay, it's very, very heavy. In order for me to get it out, I would technically have to move everything from out of the work cabinet and things like that. It's not like it's a light cabinet. It's very heavy even without the equipment in it. Okay, but for right now, I am going to do a little tour just alone on the cart because I have been talking about it. I haven't basically done a tool cart tour since my very first video, which I did a video on this same 5-drawer US General tool cart, just as well as a 4-drawer US General tool cart. Okay, so I ain't gonna hold you up too much more longer, in the introductory. But as I always state, as usual, I always keep my signature lingering somewhere in the background. My Dunkin' Donuts coffee. You already know. Okay? Alright, so we're gonna dive right into it, get to it. So walk with me. Let's get it. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep this basically simple. Okay, we're gonna start with the upper top lid. Alright, as you can see here basically is your Milwaukee floodlights. Okay, your magnetic floodlights. Your telescoping and telescoping mirror and magnets are Mako. Okay. Your filler gauge that you see right here is Mac. Okay, just as well as that gauge there. Okay, as you can see here is 3/8 drive Milwaukee extractors, and basically what it's sitting on is a Craftsman's magnetic tray. Okay, what you see basically hanging from the tray, I keep a set of earplugs. Okay, and as you can see here, these are also lights that normally I keep over my gloves when I'm working in dark areas. Okay, moving along, as you can see, this is the Mako collapsible tray. Okay, right here. What you are taking a look at up here is the snap-on wireless system, lumen lights right there. Okay, I'm gonna start down over here towards this side. Okay, these are your regular normal standard Milwaukee screwdrivers. Okay, this is as you can see, Mac Tools part number X118EDLA. Okay, this is 3/8 drive hand ratcheting extension. It's a locking extension. Okay, I have put this in a recent video because this is a recent pickup. As you can see here, I keep some Milwaukee picks over to the side and some other different design Milwaukee screwdrivers back here. As you can see, this is snap-on. This is your long prying tool here. Okay. Here's a snap-on brush. Okay, clean the terminals and things like that in that nature of things. Back here, what you're taking a look at is the Milwaukee 1/4" stubby. Okay, with an anvil and friction ring. Okay, right here is an Ingersoll 3/8 drive. This is a stubby. Okay, this is the 15Q Max. All right. Um, this is a battery cleaner. As you can see, terminal cleaner that you can see there. Here is allows oil filter um, sockets, low profile sockets. There. Moving along, as I always state, this is your Milwaukee 1/4 inch hex here. Okay, just as well as I also have the quarter. This is the 3/8 ratchet here, and this is the 1/4 inch ratchet here. Okay, what you're taking a look at here is the Milwaukee Impact Shock Duty. Okay, this is the actual lug nut socket set. This is a rare set. I didn't get this set from the United States. This was a set that was basically delivered to me from Australia. This is a very rare set to basically have by Milwaukee here in the United States. If you haven't seen this, and this is for the very first time that you are seeing this, I've done a couple of videos on this particular product right here. Okay, these are 6-point metric, as you can see, 17 millimeter, 19 millimeter, and 21 millimeter. Okay, down here is basically a Craftsman's air pressure meter. All right, and just as well as I also have some standard Milwaukee drilling bits and magnetic nut drivers here. Okay. Okay, moving along, as you can see, this is the 1/2 inch ratchet here. Okay, get this out of the way for a second. All right, what you have down here is your snap-on swivel extensions. Okay, also you have snap-on magnetic brake retaining spring tool. Over here is another snap-on universal swivel. Okay, down here is my 1/4 inch sockets. These are all 6-point metric here, running to the back. This is a 1/2 inch drive Steelman Pro torque stick here. These sockets are expert. Let's see if I can get this to clear. Expert by Mac Tools. Okay. Okay, the sockets that basically belong here are basically over here on a rail, because I normally, when I'm moving around, you know, these are our most used normal standard sizes right here, so I actually keep them on a separate rail sometimes to keep me from having to run back and forth to the cart, as you can see. All right, this is a valve stem removal tool here, which you can see. I have some T-handles laying up underneath. Back here, as you can see, is a battery and windshield wiper arm removal tool. All of this 1/4 inch side, this and 3/8 drive side are all expert by Mac Tools. And this set here is made by a company called Tech that is distributed by Advance Auto. Okay, I picked up this set quite some time ago, and I have been using them quite often. Okay, and I've never actually rounded anything off with these, so I actually liked it. These they're ratchets that basically came in the set didn't really do too well. They didn't hold up too well, but the sockets have actually been holding up. Okay, so it's not to say that I don't use, you know, some of the more cheaper brands that are out there. Okay, just to show you that, you know, I'm not biased to just using one particular brand, which yes, you do see Snap-on and a lot of Milwaukee and so on and so forth. Okay, but moving along, as you can see, here is the 1/2 inch drive that I just recently put out in one of the last previous videos that I just received over this week. And this is a ratchet that I was replacing to my selection of ratchets. Okay, moving along, as you already know, This is my most favorite ratchet here, which is my non-locking flex head bent handle. Okay, I actually have two of these. Okay, but this is my go-to that I really use the most. If we can get up close, you can see like the little wear and the tarnish, you know, on a ratchet. I really use this one a lot. And I actually have another one that's, brand new as my backup, just in case at any given time that this particular one failed, which this has failed on me in the past, where I had to have the screw replaced because it was stretching here. So this is why, I have different size drive ratchets and things like that. Okay, now moving along down here, as you can see, this is a 1/4 inch breaker bar. This is Craftsman, okay, forged in the USA. The part number is 43623. Just as well as the extension is Craftsman, USA made. Let me see if it'll focus in. It's not focusing in properly, but the extension just as well is the sockets is USA made. Sorry that the lens is not focusing in quite well, but you can see basically what it is. Okay, this set here is 3/8 drive universal swivels. This set here is Sunex. Okay, just as well as I have the whole line of snap-on and so on and so forth. Like, I have enough sockets and snap-on that basically over exceeds the real estate at the top of this chest. Okay, so this is why I never really put the snap-on equipment in this chest. I'm waiting to get a new storage unit so that I can lay out all my snap-on equipment. But back here, as you can see, these are the 3/8 drive thin wall Milwaukee impact sockets. Okay, these are the SAE standards here. I actually have the set in 3/8 drive, 1/4 inch, and 1/2 inch drive. The 1/4 inch drive is in a metric set. The 3/8 drive and the 1/2 inch drive are in SAE standard. Okay, I initially had the 1/4 inch set in its blow molded case in my ratchet drawer, but I just recently moved it from out that drawer. Okay, as you can see here, this is a Craftsman's oil filter claw. Okay, as you can see, this is made in the USA, part number 20523. Okay, all right, moving along. Okay, this is a 10mm snap-on head bolt socket. Okay, this is 12 point right here. Okay, this is 3/8 drive. Then here is another snap-on. Okay, this is a vacuum socket right here, valve socket. Then I have my snap-on magnetic. This is 10mm here, deep flank drive. Okay, this is also snap-on. See if it focuses in. This is your chrome universals. Let me see if I can get the part number. Part number is FUB8. Okay, made in the USA. As you can see there. Okay, these are your snap-on magnetic tip extensions. Okay, this is 3/8 drive, as you can see here. Okay, here, this is block sport right here. This is mainly more used for BMWs, Audis, Volkswagens, and vehicles that don't sit on lug nuts, that actually sit on pins. You get the idea. I actually have this item in a particular video. I only have, two hands. I can't hold the camera and try to get things out, but it is what it is. Okay, These sockets here are 3/8 drive shallow. This whole set all the way back is a complete set. These are Tecton. Okay. All right, moving along. This is the 3/8 deeps going all the way back, which are Tecton. Okay, just as well is the impacted graded swivel, and the torques that you see here are Tecton, made in Taiwan. This is T60 right here. These are Tecton. Okay, as you already know, this is a number 12 Milwaukee step bit cure. This whole row going all the way back is 1/2 inch drive Tecton impacts. Okay, this is your right angle hex adapter for Milwaukee for your impact drivers and cordless and things of that nature. Okay, this whole list line running all the way to the back, this is the Tecton's deep. Okay, moving along, here's your extra deep snap-on oxygen socket, spark plug sockets, pardon me. Here's a snap-on 13mm U-bolt socket, snap-on, as you can see. 12 point. Here is a oxygen sensor crow's foot. Here is a piston brake tool. This socket here is a wheel lock removal socket. This here is a snap-on ball joint socket. This is a MOG. This is a tie rod socket, and this is a MOG ball joint socket here. Excuse me. Over here is another oil filter claw, also Craftsman USA made. This is a 1/2 inch drive. The initial one that I showed over here, this one is a 3/8 drive. Okay. As you can see, you know, Milwaukee tape measure. Okay, these are flip socket snap-on. Okay, for your brakes. What is this? Down here is another snap-on. This is another snap-on here. This is a what size millimeter is this? I think this is an 8 right here. I can't focus in with holding the camera at the same time, but snap-on 8. These extensions, impact extensions back here, are all Tecton, impact rated, just as well as this 3-inch that's here. Okay, down here, what you can see is all my torques and hex bits. These sets of torques and hexes are simple Craftsman's. Okay, you know, like I said, I don't mind using the Chibo Kanebos, you know, when needed too, just as well as I do have the snap-ons. You know, I have all of that stuff, so technically you can see all of that stuff in the videos, what's basically not in this particular cart. Okay, as you can see over here, I have all my Milwaukee demo drivers, just as well as my Milwaukee box cutter and knives. Okay, and then these are basically the Milwaukee pry bars. All right, then back here, as you can see, I keep a headlamp. Safety first, always keep a pair of work glasses. I have some more step bits back here. Okay, I have some Milwaukee ticks laying back here and things like that, and a couple of extra hex adapters and 1/4 inch 3/8 drive and 1/2 inch drive and things like that. Okay, so that's just basically, you know, at the top. When it comes to sockets, there's basically a mixture of Tecton, Sunex, some Craftsman, Snap-on, Milwaukee. Okay, when it comes to the sockets and when it comes to the extensions and things like that, everything is all snap on. If not snap on, it's Tecton. Okay. Okay, moving along, as you can see to this upper drawer, these are your Milwaukee 7-piece ratcheting wrenches. Okay, just as well as you can see, this is a Mac spark plug filling gauge here. This is a Milwaukee 1-inch Pro Logic ratcheting wrench here. Down here you have your extra long metric Genius professional double box ends. Okay, these are offsets here. I've done a video on those. You have your normal standard brake tools down here, brake spoon and a brake bleeding wrench, which are both snap on here. Okay, down here, I have my pliers and things like that. You have your oil filter claw, and then you have, vice grips and snap on. Basically everything else that's in this drawer, this is snap on. Okay, these are drum brake tools here. And towards the back, you have all your Milwaukee cutters and things like that, and lineman wrenches and uh, clamp holes removals and things like that. I have to technically do better with this particular drawer. I may turn around and reorganize this particular drawer, because I do actually have a lot of pliers and things like that, especially of snap-on. But in this particular cart, I just keep some of the Milwaukee hand tools in here. Okay, so moving along, as you already see and already know, I technically don't want to pull the trays out, because I do actually have tools that are sitting behind these trays at the moment, that's up underneath. See, that's the thing, when I have this drawer open, you can never see actually everything. But you do know, if you follow the videos, that I have the snap-ons, double extra long flex head ratchet and wrenches, okay, which are back there, which I also have a torque wrench, non-digital, but it's the click style, which is made by Katie Tools. Okay, um basically you can see everything that's here, everything that's basically here is all snap on, with the exception of 1/4 inch lock and flex head by Mako, and this Mako trim tool here. Okay, but basically everything else is all snap on, from 1/4 inch drives to 3/8 drive to 1/2 inch drives. All right. Okay, moving down along down here, which is always the issue, because I gotta definitely do better with this drawer. Okay, in this blow molded case right here, what you can see is M18 fuel. This is the 2573 1/4 inch impact wrench. Okay, this wrench is actually over here to this side. Okay, in this box right here, this is the new right angle impact. Okay, that just recently came out. The part number, well, the case is underneath, can't really see the part number, but I basically have this in a video, so you know that this exists. Okay, these are 3/8 drives here. Okay, these are Mako impacts, part number SBM106TA here. I keep these Duralast here as backups. What you can see is a 10mm 10-piece set. It has two magnetic sockets, and then This is ranging between 1/4 inch and 3/8 drive, with your deeps, your flanks, you have your universals, you have semi-deep and semi-deep flanks. Okay, this is basically a good set to have. I think I paid roughly like $10 or $12, something like that for this set. But you know, it's always something good to have, because you know us, we always losing that 10mm socket. So, or somebody always want to borrow a 10mm socket. So you know, in a situation like that, this is, you know, definitely a good handy set to have, you know, especially if you do have a lot of expensive equipment that, you know, you tend to not want to lend out and things like that. So if you're interested, the part number is 60-9200. Okay, as you can see here. Okay, this is also SAE standard set of gear wrench. All right, this is a 1/4 inch drive set. Part number is 80303. Okay, this set right here is 6-point standard. Okay, comes on a socket rail and things like this. This particular set right here, I'm actually gonna give this up in a tool giveaway when the channel reaches a certain subscribers amount of subscribers, because there's some things that I have for a tool giveaway. Alright, and you know, a lot of the things are brand new things that I actually have doubles of, that is, you know, technically not of too much of use to me, because I do have a lot of equipment, and most of the majority of my equipment basically is all snap-on, besides, you know, what's basically in this cart right here. Alright, so down here you would always see this is the box for the 3/8 stubby. Okay, which also have the 1/2 inch high torque, the 2767-20 model. Okay, part number for the 3/8 stubby is the 2554-20. Okay, about to go through. Okay, down here is more of, you know, like a diagnostic drawer, which is mainly more all scan tools. Okay, which I do have quite a few Bluetooth scan tools, and I have some scan tools that basically evolve around BMWs. Okay, here's the Carista, as you can see. This, I've done videos on this also, which is the Blue Driver, the professional OBD2 Bluetooth scan tool. I really do like this. Okay, then I have some, you know, of equipment and 20-pin adapters, you know, for BMWs and things like that. I have, what is this? What kind of sockets are these right here? I think this is a 19mm and 21mm flip socket. This is by Stillman Pro, and these are some burn bits here. Look over here, have some gray pneumatic impacts, and right here is a map test light and multimeter. Technically, when it comes to this particular draw, I don't want to really pull everything out, but these are some sanding pads for the Milwaukee right angle, and then I have a drive here for a laptop, for some software, for a scan tool. And down here, as you can see, is all snap-on receipts. This whole is the line of receipts here from Snap-on. Then down here is the Creator C10. Okay, this is a BMW scan tool. Then I have another Creator multi-system BMW scanner that's back there. Then, as you can see here, I have some torque sticks, 1/2 inch drive. This is why I didn't really want to pull this drawer out like that. Like I said, I deal with a snap-on truck, so you know it's official. You know, when you see things like this, I always keep paperwork. You know, I have large, extensive paperwork. I have a lot of receipts that are actually sitting up underneath these boxes. These are basically some of the most recent receipts that I have from basically being on the truck and things like that. So, you know, when you see me doing what I do, I pays for mines daily. Okay. Yeah, so, and you know, in this drawer is also some sockets. Okay, this is Black Hawk right here. USA made, as you can see. Okay, this is some of my original equipment right here. This is a 13/16 spark plug. This is a gray pneumatic right here, 17 millimeter. I technically use this socket a lot, specifically on BMWs and Audis and things of that nature, just as well as I also have these flip sockets here, which are also gray pneumatic. Sent Midwest Tool Review one of these same gray pneumatic flip sockets. These are heavy duty right here. I like these. I've always used them a lot. Just as well as you can see here, it's the 7/8 that I basically beat into the ground also a little bit. But these are some of my most commons that I, you know, really go in hard with right there. Okay. Okay, if you're basically still watching this video, then you're going to get the opportunity to basically see this. Okay, have been experimenting, looking for quite a few things. Okay, and if you know what this is, okay, which you can see, it is the same color as my cart. Okay, just to give you an idea where I may want to place that. Okay, I needed to get one of them first to make sure that things would fit properly and whether I would get any interference from the upper hood and upper lid. So I'm going to give you a good visual of something real quick because I have a modification that I'm going to be doing. Um, Once I really take a look at this, I ordered one just to see if the handles would fit. And now that I realize that the handles do fit, I'm about to get roughly about 3 more of them. Okay. Okay. So you can basically see what's going on now. So this is why I needed to make sure, okay, that the handles fit and that it would get the clearance of the drawers when being able to open the drawers, okay, with them mounted to the cart, which I can, and it doesn't affect the hood, all right? Because, you know, a lot of times when we have our hammers and things like that, we normally have them in our main tool storage. A lot of times I technically used to leave my hammers, you know, towards the inside of the inside handle, but because now I actually have the holster there, I can't basically store my hammers there. Okay, so I did have to go out and find these mounts, and I went to size it with different hammers, okay, just to make sure that it basically fits. Okay, so I'm gonna give you another good visual of it fitting another different handle. Okay, so as you can see, I have it on my Craftsman's fiberglass, and this is more of a wider handle. Okay, and as you can see, it sits on 2 rubber washers, so it doesn't dangle around or anything like that. I'm technically gonna have this mounted here. You would assume, you know, that it wouldn't have the clearance, but you can't see it. It's hard for me to hold the camera up at the moment and hold it to demonstrate, but once I have it on, okay, and mount it to the cart, and you see the clearance where that you can basically close the lid, you would know that it's not an issue. Like I said, I never have anybody around me to hold a camera while I'm trying to demonstrate, so it's not easy for me to hold the tablet up correctly without hitting a button and it's stopping the video from recording while I'm trying to demonstrate. So this is why I always say that I have an issue with that. That's why when I am recording, I pause the video a lot to switch things up in order to give you different visuals as far as what I'm trying to demonstrate and what I'm explaining at the particular time. Okay. Okay, so if you're basically still watching this video, all right, you're basically getting the opportunity to see this mod right here. All right, and like I was stating, that as you can see, the holster now towards the side of the cart. Okay, the drawers are not interfering. Okay, and you're getting all the clearance that you need, and this is locked in very tight to the same hardware that comes, through the subframe. Okay, you don't have to worry about the little nudge that it has that locks in, okay, to the subframe, because when you tighten it down, the hole that's basically on the inside of this part, that little nub exceeds and it still goes on the inside into the subframe. So everything is tight and sturdy. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a visual, we're opening the lid and closing the lid so that you can see that there's basically no issues with that. All right, okay, so as you can see, okay, so basically, there's no issue with that. And once again, like I said, there's no issue because you can see, all right, that it appears to look close, but this lip, okay, it exceeds over the drawer. So you have the clearance and the handle is basically not getting in the way of anything. Okay, so just wanted to point that out. All right, so that now that I know, okay, in this modification that this is going to work for me right here, I'm basically going to get 3 more of them. All right, but the idea that I have for the other 3 will actually go to the back when I start doing my modifications towards the back of the cart. Okay, okay, so pretty much I'm about to wrap this up right here. Gotta excuse me because more enough, I'm pretty much rushing through this at the prior moment, okay, because I still don't have things organized the way that I really would like to have them, okay, like I'm basically putting this together right now in a spirit of the moment thing, while I still got quite a few things on its way coming that I'm still waiting to receive at the prior moment. And there's still some modifications that I'm still waiting to get to once I have certain items in hand and things like that. But like I always state, as I go along, I try to give to the viewers, what I see out there, okay, especially when it comes to certain modifications and basically, what could work for you, all right? Because I already know what works for me. I'm just trying to get it together right now, all right, as you can basically see. Okay, by me pointing out, these holsters right here, okay, they are good, but the thing is that they only hold one. So that's why I have a certain particular type application that I'm gonna have for the back of the cart when it comes to the cordless tool organizers, and when it comes to these hammer holders right here, because I do actually have quite a few that I would actually like to have enlisted on the cart because it makes it more convenient for me, in order for me to keep me from going to my mother loader tools to reach for a certain particular hammer, whether it's a fiberglass or a dead blow, you understand, or a regular normal sledge. All right, but that's just basically about it. I'm gonna wrap this video up into the next one, so that next tool review, next tool haul, and when I get the next couple of few items that I'm waiting for, all right, I'll be throwing up the next video or so. All right, so everybody enjoy the rest of their day out there. All right, keep it a blessing, a safe one as always. All right, so until the next one, we're gonna check you later. Peace.